Hello beautiful people and welcome back to another video by your girl here, Big Bubbly Beauty. It's so good to see you all again. So today's video we are going to be trying out the Kaja bento boxes and a few other products. Now, I'm really excited. I've seen the Kaja bento eyeshadow boxes things be really hyped up. Unfortunately, the one that I really wanted was out of stock. So I got this one, which is the Alada Colada, which looks really cute as my little bento eyeshadows. And then the Play Bento Blendable Sculpting Trio in Butter Up, which was the lightest one they had available. Don't Settle Flexible and Seamless Concealer, which unfortunately I got in the shade Too Dark. I'm pretty sure I didn't order it in the shade 4, but I got the shade 4, and it's too dark for me. Like, it looks okay on the frost, but like compared to my skin tone, it's quite dark. So unfortunately, I cannot use it. At least not right now. Maybe when I become more tan, but I can't test out the concealer, unfortunately, because it is way too dark. And then I also got the Heart Melter Moisture Melt Lip Gloss Stick in the shade Crazy For You, which I'm excited about. It's just this little thing, and it's got the shape of a heart. So I am really excited to play with these, so let's get into it. So just on my face to start with right now, I have the Fenty Soft Silk Pro Filter Hydrating Primer as my base. And then I used some ColourPop stuff for the foundation, just because I wanted to keep it like really hydrated and dewy and glowy, because that's kind of what Kaja is really well known for, is it's a really dewy naturalist look. So that's why I'd hope the concealer would work, because I wanted that just touch concealer and then like cover up blemishes and then just put the stuff on top. But unfortunately my face was not cooperating and I was having massive breakouts. So foundation we went. Mostly scarring, if I'm being honest, not necessarily breakouts. Anyways, foundation we went. So the Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Hydrating Foundation in the shade Light 60N. Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Creamy Concealer in Light 60N. And these two e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealers, which were Light Sand and Fair Beige. That is what my base of my face is done with. Once we get the rest of the face products on, I'm planning on setting it with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dewy Set, which is just like it's like a gorgeous glowy setting spray, so I love it. But let's open these up. I'm excited. I haven't really cracked into them yet, so I don't know what they're gonna look like. Start with the eyeshadows. So this is the Alada Colada packaging. It's got like a little pineapple cross hatch on the top there. It's really cute because it looks a bit like a little pineapple. So let's swatch these. That's the 3 of them on my fingers there. Those look nice. Now this one here, the lighter one, didn't swatch the best. But I'm guessing that's because it's supposed to be like a very light, easy to blend crease color, hopefully. So the different shades are Sweet Pineapple right here, Sunset Shimmer, and Coconut Shell. So I think I could make a really pretty eye look with these. So I'm excited. And this here is the Butter Up Play Bento. It's got a powder blush. It's very soft. A highlighter. Oh, okay, a cream bronzer. That's gonna be interesting. I don't think I've ever done a cream bronzer, so it'll be interesting. I just stuck my finger in the highlighter. That was so smooth. So smooth. Not. So that's the 3 of them on my fingers there. So just make sure my hand is nice and dry first, but we'll swatch these out. Luckily the cream bronzer, it looks very deep in the pan, but it might be a proper bronzing shade for me. That highlighter is super reflective. I'm gonna have to go easy on that. And then that blush looks like actually a pretty nice color. It's kind of a little bit peachy, which goes well with the summer tropics look that I guess we're going for. I just got 3 that looked really nice. I didn't actually think about pairing them together per se. So we'll see how that goes. How do you apply cream bronzer? Does anybody have any tips? Because I don't actually know what I'm doing. All right, so my mirror is just in front of my camera down here. So if I look a little weird, because I'm trying to look in the mirror because I'm kind of blind without my glasses. So do you just dip your sponge in and go for it, or I don't know how to do this. Just gonna grab some on my finger actually. Ooh, it warms up really nicely. So I'm just gonna pat that on and blend it with the sponge, I guess. Suppose now would be a good time to mention I don't really know how to use bronzer either, but we're just gonna, okay, we're gonna go whole hog into this. I'm thinking maybe a brush. We'll try it. Okay, I think that's working. You'll have to tell me. It kind of looks like a stripe just from here, so I'm just gonna blend it out. My sponge, make it a little bit softer. All honesty, I'm not quite sure if it truly did much. Whatever it is, it looks quite natural, and I guess I like it. Honestly, kind of hard for me to tell. That's the cream bronzer. I think you would have to really pile it up if you like a lot of bronzer, but I think this whole thing with Kaja is supposed to be that it's very natural. So I don't know, I kind of like that it's not really super-y duper-y pigmented. All right, time for the blush. Now the blush I'm hoping is a little bit more pigmented because I do like to pack on the blush. Oh, very powdery blush actually. Much more pigmented for sure. It doesn't move or blend as nicely as I was hoping. Like it kind of stuck a little bit when I first put it down. So that's a little unfortunate. The more I'm like layering it up, the better it's looking, I guess. The good news about the cream bronzer is I don't think it pulled off any of my makeup underneath. Yeah, the blush was much more pigmented, kind of in line with how I thought it would go. Hopefully I don't make myself look like too much of a clown, because I did take quite a bit and I have to make it match. That is quite a nice rosy shade. A bit of a fan. There we go. That's the blush. I'm getting some natural light in from the window here, so the side of my face is a little bit more washed out than the side. We'll just make it a very blushy look. Ugh, I went overboard, didn't I? Yep, I did. Just a titch. Just a titch. A little bit clown-like. Oh well, I guess. On to the highlighter. I have this cute little fluffy brush here. Is it a cream highlighter or a powder? It feels like a powder. Okay. It's a powder highlight. Good. So the highlight itself is a little bit glittery, and it's sticking to whatever texture I have on my face. That's not the best, not gonna lie. It's not really going over, it's kind of like sticking to texture. Like it looks really pretty on camera, but in person I have a blemish right here, and it's sticking to it like crazy. But it is a pretty highlight. So overall, maybe not my favorite, but not bad. So let's set the face. Got this pretty neat twist, like opening. I'm just gonna pat it in. So the base of the face is done. Time to play with the eyeshadows. Admittedly, I just thought it was a really cute little concept, and if it worked well, I was gonna travel with it. I'm not sure about that at the moment, but we'll see. I will have to think about it to get my proper feelings on it. So it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't super great either. First, we will try that lightest shade, that kind of orangey matte there, and we'll try that all over the lid and up into the crease. Very powdery. Kind of reminds me of the ABH shadows, if I'm being honest. Okay, I'm surprised there's no fallout because it's giving me lots and lots of powder kick up right now. But it's pretty pigmented, I'll give it that. And it's blending pretty nicely. Not doing too bad. Just build it up a little bit. Yeah, that looks nice. Nice wash of color there. So I don't have a primer on. I just kind of went in with the shadows. Besides going in on a little bit more patchy, now I'm going to take that slightly deeper brown shade on a bit of smaller blending brush and just blend that into the outer crease. Okay, that blended really well. The shades both have like this brown and yellow tones to them, so they go really well together actually. Yeah, that's really nice. I'm gonna go back with that lightest shade and just do kind of the whole of the under eye. Yeah, that's nice. Back in with a tiny bit of a dark shade, darkish shade. It's not very dark, but darkish. And we'll pull that on the outer part of the bottom lash line. There we go. Now to try out the shimmer. So I'm gonna try it first with a brush just to see how it does. I picked up quite nicely with the brush, so let's just try it. Whoa. Wow. Okay. Okay. That's gorgeous. That is super reflective. Holy cow. That shimmer. Holy shit. Okay. I see why these are loved. I see why they're loved. So that was a really nice, simple, easy eye look. Wow. That's pretty. Okay, it's really nice. So I'm just gonna quickly do my eyebrows because I realized I forgot them. Kind of in keeping with this more natural-ish makeup theme, I'm gonna go with this BFF brow mascara just to fill it in a bit, just to make it like, I don't know, softer all the way around. Okay, I might have overdone it on the brows a titch, just a smidge. Oh well. Now I'm just gonna go in with this Mile High Club by Wander Beauty mascara. Okay, and the eyes are done. That is such a gorgeous shimmer. Holy cow. Cool. Now time to try the lip color. Heart Melter Moisture Melt Lip Gloss Stick. So yeah, lip gloss stick. Weird. But got this cute little heart, and then you just go, can't push it back down as far as I know. So you have to be careful with how much you push it up. But I like that it's a heart shape because then it'll like help with getting the edges. So you don't necessarily have to lip line, I think. Let's try this. Huh, it feels kind of thick. I gotta say, it's much more pigmented than I thought it would be. I don't know why I thought this wasn't gonna be very pigmented. So it went on kind of thick, but now it's actually starting to warm up and like melt into my face. It's becoming kind of glossy actually. That's a very pretty color. I like that quite a bit. All right, so final thoughts. So I will admit this was as good as I'd hoped it would be. I'd heard a lot about them, so I've had pretty high expectations. The mattes were good. They do have a bit of kick up, but I don't think they had any fallout. I'm gonna take another look. Yeah, there was no fallout. So they kick up a lot in the pan and they're very powdery, but if you're careful with them on the lids, there's no fallout. The shades were really nice. They blended pretty easily. Initially a tiny bit patchy, but if you put on more powder, it blends out again. So I don't know if it was just sticking to parts of my face or what. That might be better if you use a good eye primer. I don't know. The shimmer though, oh my god, this was gorgeous. Love it, love it, love it for the shimmer. That was just like so good. I see why they have such a cult following for the shimmer. Just like, it's so good. It's so good. So overall, I think this is really cute and not terrible. So this ended up costing me $27. As mentioned, it is the Kaja Beauty Bento Bouncy Shimmer Eyeshadow Trio A Lotta Colada. That's a mouthful, but it works really well, and for $27, that is a lot for a little trio of shimmers. It's a really cute package though, and it's really portable and a very easy eye look all in one. So I'm not sure. It kind of depends. It kind of depends on what you think is worth it. So I think this is actually worth it for me because it's like an easy eye look in one. This is something that I would take traveling, especially because it's like travel colors. It's a very bright, sunny, beachy look, and that's kind of perfect for travel. You could use that deeper brown to smoke it out even more. Like it wouldn't go very dark, so you might have to have like a black liner to make it really smoky and pretty for a nighttime look, but this is like a pretty good little compact for me. So I think this is worth it in my opinion. Now I'm not sure if 27 is the normal price. I did get it on sale, so it might be more. But I think these little things are worth it. So this here is the Kaja Play Bento Cream Bronzer Powder Blush and Highlighter Sculpting Trio in a 1 Butter Up. And this was $33. Now this one I'm not as sold on. The blush was really nice, but again, was like sticking in certain areas, so I had to build it up a lot in order to get it to blend out nicely. So I'm not sure about the blush formula. And then the highlighter did emphasize a bit of texture, so that is a downside to it, but it is a really pretty kind of wet looking highlight. So overall I like it. And the cream bronzer, I don't know how to rate this because I don't know really how to use it. I think it went on really well, but I don't know how to rate a bronzer, especially a cream bronzer. This is the first cream bronzer I've ever tried, so I don't actually have anything to compare it to. For my other bronzers, my powder bronzers, this tone of bronzer is really nice because this color looks like me when I tan naturally. So like it gives me a natural sun-kissed look. It's not too dark, it's not too orange, so I did like it for the color of it, and I thought it went on nicely and didn't think it pulled my makeup off underneath, so those are all bonuses. $33 for this though. I don't think at the end of the day that $33 for a little compact like this is worth it unless you really want it for like a travel. So this would be almost an entire face in just like a little compact. So that part's nice, and it would be nice for touch-ups, I guess, but overall, I don't know if this is as worth it as this is. That's just my opinion though. I think at the end of the day, it looks pretty nice, but I have like ColourPop blushes that I like better and ColourPop highlighters that I like better, and ColourPop is pretty inexpensive. So yeah, I mean, I have a full-size highlighter, blush, and bronzer that I love, and I think altogether they were like $9 each or something. So $27, and they're much bigger than these. So I don't know, it depends on what you want it for. It's not a bad product by any means. I did quite like how it turned out. At the end of the day, it was just a little bit more finicky and had a little bit more problems than my other products that I go to. Actually, I suppose I should talk about this, the concealer. So the Kaja Don't Settle Concealer in 04 Waffles, and it was $22, which is a lot for a concealer, and especially too when I was pretty sure I didn't get that shade. It says so on my receipt, but I don't remember picking that. That's way too dark for me. I don't know. But I can't really rate the concealer because I couldn't use it. Finally, the Kaja Heart Melter Lip Gloss Stick in 03 Crazy For You, and this was $23. Now, mixed feelings, because this is actually amazing. I love how it looks right now. Like that glossy but pigmented but kind of balmy hydrated look is incredible. Like I really like how it looks right now. I like how it finished off. It like gave my lips a really nice glossy texture, and they feel really hydrated. It's really creamy. It was pretty easy to apply. I like the heart shape. I like the color. But $23, that is a lot for any lip product, period. So you are paying a bit for the gimmick. You're paying for the little heart. Kind of why I didn't get the heart stamp blush, because I wanted to try like a more than one product for 20-something dollars. But this, I will use it a lot. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna use it a ton because I really like it. And I love the color, and I love how it feels and how it sits, and just it feels really hydrating, and it kind of like plumps up my lips a little bit. It doesn't really settle into the cracks. Like I like it. I really like it. But that is a lot of money for a lip product, and I don't really think that is worth it, that price. I don't really think any lip product would be worth it at that price, if we're being honest. So I want to say that this is worth it because it's amazing. I don't think I can because it's way too overpriced. So if this goes on sale, get it. Get it, because it's really good, but don't get it full price. I think that's my takeaway there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review on Kaja. Overall, I would say they have some really good hits. Some decent products, like none of the products were bad. They were just a little overpriced. So I think for my overall for the brand, I would say they actually make really good things, and especially these like Bento box eyeshadows. I get the hype now, I get it. They're really good. So these are definitely worth it. But for the rest of the stuff, I would say it's definitely worth it to try. If it's on sale, go for it, because they're pretty good products. I'm not sure though, unless you have the money to spare and it's not going to break the bank, I wouldn't necessarily purchase them at full price. They are good, they're just overpriced. So that is my review on Kaja. Anyways, let me know what you think of Kaja down in the comments below. Have you tried their products? Have you tried the Bento eyeshadows? What is your favorite Bento eyeshadow? And what you thought of my final look. As always, please leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. Love to have you here going forward. As always, have a wonderful day, beautiful people. Bye!